Sorry for the wind, guys. I just wanted to jump on today just to talk about the loneliness and how it affects people. Because I think every single one of us can say that we felt lonely at some point in our life, or even right now. You know, loneliness I think is something you can't overcome. It is something that's always going to be there, no matter how much of a support, no matter how much support you do have in your life, there will always be periods where you go through loneliness and isolation. Because I'll be real, I'm going through that right now. I feel like the path that I'm on is just so incredibly lonely. Even though I know I have people there who are helping me, I have people who love me and who are there for me, but I feel like I still don't feel them there, if that makes sense. I'm pretty sure you guys would know what I'm talking about. When you know someone's there and you know people are there for you and caring for you, but you don't feel their love, you don't feel it, or feel their support. I feel like it's a very hard thing to deal with, but I think it's very beneficial to go through, because it's just a period of time where I think it's a lot of searching yourself and figuring out what you really want and what you're really doing everything for. Personally, I'm doing this all for my future kids. I don't want to have to live a life where I struggle to put food on the table and I work myself into the ground trying to put food on the table for my kids. I don't want to have to, be crushed by that burden that is financial dependence, living paycheck to paycheck. I don't want to go through that. So, which a lot of people go through. But it's something that I don't want to have to go through again, because I've had that childhood of where I've had to go through, times where we didn't have food. I've had to go through times where, I had to live with my grandparents. I've had to go through, times where I couldn't even really shower or, whatever. I guess the one thing that I can kind of recommend, but I'm not going to force, Jesus, bro. Let's talk about Jesus real quick. My Lord and Saviour. I have felt tremendously lonely for the last 2 years of my life. In the last 2 years of my life, I decided to go down a path that took way more dedication and a lot more sacrifice to achieve. I don't party, I don't smoke, don't drink, other than occasions, but that's not even monthly, so I can't really say I do any of that. I don't enjoy doing it either. I'm one of those people cut on the weird side who don't really enjoy doing what I think a lot of people do. And I feel like that's just a very hard point to be at, especially when you're trying to become the best version of yourself at my age specifically. Because, most kids my age, people my age, they're just thinking about the short-term pleasure. They're thinking about how, messed up on alcohol they can get, and how, how good the drugs make them feel. They're thinking about the short term, all the sex they could have, and it doesn't do anything. And chasing that, long-term gratitudes, going to the gym, meditating, reading the Bible, or reading in general, doing NoFap, it's a very weird and out of the norm thing to do now, which makes it so lonely. Which is, I think, why I ended up coming to Christ like a year and a half ago now, is purely because of that loneliness I felt, and that loneliness that I've kind of always had a part of me since I was young. And the only thing that sort of filled that void is God. I mean, I'm not a perfect saint. No one is going to be. I still sin on a daily basis. I still do things that are questionable to, living the life as Jesus intends us to. I, skip out on my Bible. I don't go to church some weekends. But I think that's all part of the journey with coming to Christ as well, is just learning that realizing that you're going to go through them periods where you're going to fall away from God. And there are also going to be those periods where you're like close as glue with Him, which I kind of feel like what I'm going through now. Like, I feel like I've been living more for myself, less for Christ, which is probably another reason for my loneliness. But, it's like a really horrible thing to go through, especially with like the documentation, like the stuff I'm trying to do. I'm trying to earn money online while working a full-time job, while having a fiance. I'm not saying it's easy. Achieving success is never going to be easy. Anyone who has achieved success easily, it does not last, and it goes like that. Like, look at the Hawk Tour girl, for example. Like, yeah, she's pretty set for life now, but no one talks. I mean, she's talked about it as a joke, but she was out of the spotlight, and then just kind of crumbled away, just kind of like Backpack Kid when Fortnite was huge. Anyway, back on topic. How I tend to deal with loneliness is, it's just kind of hard. I feel like loneliness is a very hard subject to really maneuver and get out of. But I feel like it's a time where you really just gotta like limit your distractions, and you gotta like think. Like, you gotta process a lot of stuff in your head, and you gotta, go through it all within yourself. You have to come to terms with all of it yourself. You gotta reinstate in your brain why you're doing everything, why you're trying so hard. You have to do things that, when you're doing stuff that other people don't usually do, I mean, it's gonna feel kind of normal to be lonely, even if you are like a normal person. Like, not using normal person as like a bad term, but even if you are partying and all, you still go through loneliness. Like, loneliness is just a part of life. I feel like the best way to get out of it, though, personally, what's worked for me, is just really spending time with your loved ones, and really just limiting all your distractions, and just kind of thinking. I mean, I'm gonna say I'm not the best at doing that. I still sit there and I do stuff like watch anime, play video games, even though I should be working and getting stuff done. But even still, like, I'm not a perfect human being, and I'm never going to be. But it's just a really hard topic, to be honest. But if you guys are struggling with loneliness, and you don't mind sharing, share it in the comments, why you feel lonely, or even past struggles with loneliness that you've had, and just kind of like give your, I guess, take on it. Because it's one of those subjects that kind of comes from person to person. It depends on who you are, but I feel like for you guys and for myself personally, it's just sitting down and thinking about it all without your phone, and just kind of like coming to terms with it all, and then spending time with your loved ones and just processing it. Yeah. What else can I really say? Yeah, I don't really have a script for these videos. I just kind of talk off the dome. I probably like go in circles a lot, but you know, I feel like saying the same thing over and over again reinstates the importance of it. So me saying stuff over and over again, don't take it as, oh, he doesn't know what he's talking about, or he's just saying the same thing. It just reinstates how important it actually is to, you know, take action on and actually think about implementing. Yeah. Anyways, I hope this might have been helpful, even to 1-2 people. I don't mind how many people, as long as it helps someone. I think I'm happy with it. But if you guys want to follow along with the journey of me trying to, you know, escape the norm, earn money online, I'd appreciate if you drop a follow. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good day or good night, wherever you are, whenever you watch it. And yeah, anyways, see ya.